Physics Family Fun.
Alright, now it's recording.
What do we say?
You want to have the marker?
What do we draw with it?
Well, we need to explain what happens.
Okay, let me draw a good candle.
Alright, you draw a good candle.
I'm just going to draw any candle. That one's lit.
Alright.
That's the fire.
So let's hold this up here. Okay. And then let's pretend we blow the candle out. So we go poof.
Can I do it?
Like that. And now, can you draw some smoke right there?
Yeah.
Smoke shows us where the fuel source for the candle still might be at. So when we're looking at the smoke, we're seeing liquid water and solid particles that are floating in the air that are big enough to see. But then also there, what we can't see is that there's a gas version of the wax from the candle. And that's what burns in a candle, is the gas version of the wax. Okay, now you can't see gases. You can't see nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor, CO2. You can't see any of those things with the naked eye because they're just too small. But where you see the smoke, there's also that gas, that fuel source that burns for the candle, that vaporized or that gas version of the wax. Pretend that's the match that we used. And bring it in from the side. Bring it in here from the side. And then if that is our match, we'll light some of that wax vapor, and then it'll light the next part where there's a high enough concentration below it, then the next part, the next part, the next part, the next part, and then eventually it relights the candle. It gets all the way down to the wick. And where the wick's at, there is a whole lot of that wax vapor. Because did you know what the wick does, Max?
What?
Do you know what the wick is for?
Is that the wick?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
for the fire?
Yeah, there's for the fire there, and that does a good job of bringing up some of that liquid wax, goes up through the wick, and then as the temperature of that liquid wax goes up, it turns into a gas, just, you know, like how water evaporates. The wax, the liquid wax turns into a gas, and then that burns. Here's the candle, and here's the wick. Yes, candle and wick. All right. And what happens is I bring in a match, okay, and some of this wax right here. So this is wax. Some of this wax right here melts. Does that make sense? And then when it melts,
Why'd you write wax?
just so you know that this candle is made of wax. Okay. When it melts, that liquid wax, some of it then goes up through the wick, and then a lot of it starts turning into a gas. So then there's the gas version of the wax out here that you can't see, and that burns. So it's a gas that burns really well. So what's burning, the main thing in a candle, it's not really the wick, it's the
Gas wax?
yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and blow it out.
You can blow it out.
All right, and then we get this little bit of smoke going up this way. Now remember, what was burning in the candle? The main thing?
Gas wax?
Yeah, the gas version of the wax. So a gas that is made up of the wax particles. Is that okay? Can we see that stuff? No, it's too small to see. But where the smoke is at, wherever the smoke's at, there's still a lot of that gas that burns. And I put a little flame right here. What is that gas that's flammable in the air? What does that gas version of the wax do? It burns. Mm-hmm. So it burns here, and then guess what? This part burns, this part burns, this part burns, this part, all the way back down, and then we relight the candle. You want to hold it up for the camera?
The end.
The end.
It's over. Cut. Check out the next video.
Links somewhere around here.
What does that mean?
Ooh, what are you doing there? Ooh. Ah. Good center of mass torque kind of deal going on here. Try to balance this thing, huh?
It's too hard.
All right, now let's take that stuff up with us. Whoa, oh, crash!
Bye, camera. He heard you, or she, or whoever's watching.
Yeah, well, we'll edit it, right?